to work on the cut. There's the Nesterenko record. It's a very respectable one. 40 wins in 46 fights, 26 inside the distance. And one of those 5 defeats was, of course, to Khaliq 19 months ago.
Well, there's Khaliq early in the round getting caught with shots that he shouldn't really be getting caught with, just standing upright, right handles, chopping punch, and then the following left hook.
He still is a bit too upright, isn't he, Khaliq?
Yeah, I think that's one of his problems, you know, and that's his style. I think it'll be very difficult to change that as we see the punches landed.
Nesterenko now ahead in that department, but not by a lot. By the way, Oscar De La Hoya landed nearly 100 more punches than Shane Mosley last week, according to the computer stats. Still lost the fight. Maybe they weren't scoring the jabs. Good left hook, Nesterenko. Very accomplished operator. Richie Davis just has a quick word about use of the heads, but he hasn't been called on much here.
I would tee up the right hand, Khaliq, but he's not getting that punch on that often.
Countered with the right hand as he went for the jab, Khaliq, who needs these decent paydays he's been getting. He's a father of 4. Says when he finishes boxing he wants to open a gym to get kids off the street in some of the less advantaged areas of Nottingham. Good guy who's deserved his success. Just a question of whether he can go to another level from this, isn't it?
Yes, that might be difficult to get right in the top level, but he's done well so far. He's certainly very game.
Yep, got off the floor twice to beat Jan Bergman in South Africa.
Looking to try and switch the angle there, but just not quite working. Trying to do more, Khaliq, but needs better shots.
Nesterenko doing a bit less in this round, though. He has been on the end of that jab quite a bit, and that can be a sickening experience for a fighter. He's outreached here, and he'll have to use speed and clever slipping and rolling to get in close enough to land his own shots. He's done it quite effectively, mind you, so far.
Better with the jab for Khaliq. He's got to try and keep Nesterenko backing up. That's where he does his better work.
Let it go, come on.
It's quite an intense battle again between these two. And I just wonder, as they tire late, whether we'll get knockdowns as we did in the first fight. Will they be happy in that corner, Glenn?
No, I don't think they will be yet. He really hasn't. You know, he's not the stronger of the two yet. This fight's still wide open. They're just starting to get the jab working a little better, doubling it up. But this is where he should be looking for the right hand to follow it.
That's that good left hand. He just turned it at the last minute, Nesterenko.
Yeah, he's used the left and the right pretty well.
Into the second half of the fight. Can Khaliq repeat his earlier win over Nesterenko? He certainly doesn't want to defeat at this kind of stage, where they might be looking for some big payday for him late in his career. You'd think that would be Tommy Gilmore's plan, the promoter, wouldn't you, for Khaliq?
Well, that's what it's about, looking for the opportunity to get him in with a big fight and make some good money.
I think Vernon Forrest is moving up to light middleweight. That's what he told us in Las Vegas last week anyway. But there's people like Antonio Margarito, Corey Spinks, Michele Picarillo. These are the bigger names at the top of world level, along with Mayorga.
Decent work with the jab for Khaliq.
Because in lieu of all that, he could fight his stablemate James Hare. We'd all like to see that fight, but I don't somehow think we're going to, do you?
No, I don't think so. It's gone a bit quiet, Nesterenko and Khaliq. Just moving and stepping it up.
Just blocking a bit more effectively as well. Khaliq now might be a little stronger than Nesterenko. Watch the use of the elbow, says Richie Davis. Hitting the arms with the hooks. Nesterenko that time got one in behind.
Trying hard to get that left hook through to the body. Several in succession.
Nesterenko, the aggressor, chasing Khaliq across the ring. But Khaliq's defence in this round has been quite tight. He's trying to wear him down, lean on him.
I think you might be right, in Khaliq maybe looking stronger at this stage in the fight.
And he looks to shove him back, Khaliq. The body shot from Nesterenko, got hit with the right hand himself to the head. Well, they touched gloves at the end of that last round. Let's hear what another of our top welterweights, James Hare's, making of this. He's with Ed Robinson.
Well, James, interesting rematch. How do you think Jav's doing?
Yeah, I've got him just ahead. You know, I mean, it's very close. The Russian guy is very tricky, and his counter-punching jab, when Jav dictates the pace with his own long jab and works the right hand, then that's when he's having the better boxing. So all being well, he can keep the momentum going, and you know, maybe you know, it's like we talked about, he's a late starter, and you know, he'll get more into the fight as the fight progresses. But it's a tough one. The guy's cage.
They both hurt each other last time. Do you think they're being a bit more respectful of each other's power this time?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. But Khaliq, Jav has the edge. I mean, he obviously he's got that knockout punch, and you know, Nesterenko knew that he did that to him last time out. So, you know, if he can land that again, then we'll see.
Thanks, James.
Round 8. Is Nesterenko just fading a little? Word from the camp is that he'd been sparring with Roman Karmazin, the light middleweight, who was once lined up for a fight with Oscar De La Hoya a couple of years back. It never did happen. But I don't think he had a specific fight lined up, and I just wonder whether he's going to last the distance as well as he did last time, bearing that in mind, and he came in as a late sub.
Starting to get the good shots on Khaliq, but Nesterenko always coming back with one and picked a nice left hook out.
Khaliq looking to keep his winning run going. His only defeat is to the current European champion, Frederick Klose. A long time ago now, though. Too long ago, really, to matter, in fact. He's beaten people like Takalu, Willie Wise, the guy who beat Julio Cesar Chavez, a very old Chavez. Jakob Bielski, Nesterenko here, Sean Sullivan, the New Zealander. Useful wins. Punching tactics of Nesterenko.
Well, he can get them shots on because he just stands so tall, Khaliq. So really, Nesterenko, you know, he just has to throw the punch without even really aiming, and he knows he's going to land.
Khaliq is mindful of the left hook of Nesterenko. He's holding his right glove up, almost hugging his chin with it at times.
Nesterenko trying to roll forward, but just hitting the arms and gloves of Khaliq. It's Khaliq who's scoring with the decent jabs.
A bit untidy this round so far, a lot missing. Just need one of them to get a bit more authority into their work in this session. Maybe signs of both of them just tiring a little. Nice right uppercut on the inside from Khaliq.
Khaliq does throw the uppercuts quite well. Khaliq just doing a little bit more in this round.
It was a poor round though, frankly.